internet, once again coming to you with another video. I had meant to do some more gaming videos, but I completely forgot to do it earlier today. I woke up pretty late, um, and the video that I was already working on, it's not ready. I had some more audio issues. I had to redo it. For whatever reason, it had horrible audio lag and a couple of video lags and glitches, so I'm redoing that. Um, However, I decided, whatever, screw it. I'm gonna do a book review, not book review, a book related one. Because as I mentioned before, and it's in the channel description, I do lots of writing, and so I have, as you can see on the screen, I pretty much only do Wattpad. This is where I've started my writing journey, and it's what I've been doing. And I recently completed a chapter for one of my books a couple of days ago, literally right before the start of this month of May. So I figured I'll give y'all a bit of a review on it. Not just the chapter that I do. I do think you should go check it out, but I'll just go over a brief thing of most of the stuff that I have in works. These are the ones that currently have published chapters and that I'm still actively working on heavily. Um, First one is going to be the one that started all of this. This is the book that started everything. This is the very first one I ever started working on Wattpad. As you can see here, this is my book, The Grey Jedi. It's a Star Wars fanfic, one that I started back in. Oh, how long have I been on Wattpad for? Yeah, so 2018. That's how long I've been doing this. That's how long I've been on Wattpad for, right? 2018. Dear God, I feel old. I've been on Wattpad since 2018, right? So that's, let's see, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, almost 8 years now since I started. That showed like freaking July. The date for it was like July 30th, 2018. This July will be 8 years since I started Wattpad. Almost a freaking decade of Wattpad. And The Grey Jedi is the one I've been working on for these 8 years. It has 7 published parts. I'm currently working on another draft. And this one is like I said, it's a fan fiction. Most of my stuff is fan fiction because obviously it's going to be. I don't have many original ideas for properties that aren't already been made. But the basic premise of it is this. You just read the description. I'll read the description for you in just a second. Here's the description for you. A young Jedi searches for his place in the universe after the Jedi Purge. Several years after Order 66, Jedi Padawan Grex Kojas, that's the main character, is one of the last surviving Jedi in the galaxy. Caught between the light and the dark, Grex struggles to contain his inner darkness, all the while trying to keep himself and his companions safe. However, doing so will require more power than what the light side alone can give him. Setting down a dangerous path, Grex must attempt to find balance within himself. To do so, he must overcome his fears and use the Force in its entirety, both the light and the dark. And as a quick disclaimer, yes, obviously, I'm combining Legends and canon material for Star Wars, as long as they don't conflict. This is, in fact, and again, this is the very first one I've ever written. This is the one that's still ongoing and still being worked on. And yes, it's not going to be the best. As some people might notice, the whole using the light and dark side. No, he is not a Revan, and you just read the book. You'll eventually get to it over time. Though I will tell you this much: he's not going to become Revan, where it's like, oh, he's or any other Grey Jedi, where he actively uses light and dark like it's a freaking like he's just a freaking ping pong ball. No, there's going to be points where he uses one or the other depending on the situation and depending on how stressed he is, how much emotional turmoil, how much danger, so on. I'm not going to explore much else because I do want you guys to obviously read this yourselves. But this one is the first one I've done. I'll go ahead and show you the table of contents up to chapter 6, which is the current chapter that's been published. So off with the prologue. And as you can see, it goes all the way to chapter 6, which is which is when I finish. I'm not going to show you chapter 7 because that one's, like I said, being worked on. As you can see, I've got some half decent reads. I've got like 258, I think, total. Um, I have quite a decent word count on this. This is the one that I've been working on the longest. It's my pride and joy. Um, as you can see, I'm also working on a Naruto fanfic, Shadow of the Uchiha, the Red Flash. This one's a home. This is for one that I've also just started. I just made one, which is a prologue, and this one is very much another homebrew character, another fan fiction. Uh, it's but yeah, I have time. Kyozen Fuma Uchiha lives in the shadow of his father's clan. The massacre of the Uchiha clan and his father, the renowned Shokaku Uchiha, weigh heavily on the young Kyozen. Forced to navigate the harshness of the shinobi world, and with only his grandfather, his sensei, his teammates, and an impudent upstart ninja named Naruto Uzumaki, Kyozen is in for a hard life, whether it be an attack on his home village of Konoha, the village hidden in the leaves, mass murderers and terrorists like Itachi Uchiha and the Akatsuki, or simple everyday problems like whether he's meant to be a ninja, does his crush like him, or will he get killed or go blind because of his eyes? Kyozen must face it all and endure. But will he come out of it as himself, or will he come out of it at all? Or will he just become another shadow of the Uchiha clan? All he knows is that his destiny is held within a red flash. This one I actually like the description pretty well. This is a fan fiction character. However, he is not a Mary Sue. He knows he is not a self-insert. Neither is Grex as either. This one particularly as well is the same as well. He's not a self-insert or a Mary Sue. Or Gary Stu, I guess, the male one. Whatever. Point being, and he's not also going to be taking away from the story. He's not being changed. He's not being made so that he takes away from the limelight of Naruto. He is not the main character of the series. Well, yes, he's the main character of this story. He is not going to be the one that the whole world revolves around. The way I like writing my characters in my books is I like them to fit in as seamlessly as possible and to never take away from the plot. If I'm going to take something away, it is so I can find a way to fix it, add on to it, and sort of patch any holes that might already be in there. So that's all that my characters exist to do. I have this one. I'm going to be doing pretty much the entirety of Naruto from the very beginning of Naruto all the way to the end of Shippuden. So it's going to be a long thing. I have 21 planned chapters so far, going all the way to the Akatsuki suppression arc. I'm still not done making those chapters, and I still have some more to work on. As you can see, I've only published the very first prologue. Please go check it out. I will leave a link to some of these stories, if I can, in the description for this video, as well as just my Wattpad account, as well as just for y'all to go visit my Wattpad in the description, regardless, in the description of this video. Um, Next up is one of my other favorites. The one is my Halo story. Lost and Forgotten, a Halo story. Throughout the nearly 3-decade-long Human Covenant War, many battles were fought, both on planets and in the vacuum of space. Countless stories have been told and recounted of the actions of both humanity and the Covenant. But during the 28 years of war, scores of these conflicts went unnoticed, their stories going untold. This is one such story. And I'm gonna let you, and because this one I'm gonna let be a bit more vague, because there is no real main character. What I will say is this is supposed to be a small insulated plot that happens away from the story of the games and most of the books and everything else for Halo. So if you enjoy Halo, go check it out. This is probably the most original idea that I have, other than this one. But even then, this one still also isn't the most original. This is my Marvel book. This is my Marvel. Okay, what the? I hate when it takes forever to load. Curse you, internet! There we go. This is my Marvel, specifically X-Men book. Obviously, as you can see, the son of Sabretooth. If you know anything about Marvel and the X-Men, you know who Sabretooth is. Alright, let's get started. As the son of the notorious villain Sabretooth, Noah understood he'd never have a good life, or an easy one. but he never realized how hard it would be to convince others that he wasn't his father. Even having his dad's worst enemy, Wolverine, vouch for him doesn't do much to help. But he'd be damned if he wasn't going to prove everyone wrong. His father, the X-Men, the students at the Xavier's Institute, hell, the whole world. He'll show them. No matter what they throw at him, he'll stand back up and rise above them. Then he'd pay back his father for everything he did, and once he did, they, because once he does, it's going to be hell to pay. This one, I this is my Marvel story. This one honestly was also the first one that I ever gave the mature rating because, well, as a bit of a spoiler alert, um, he is because as you can probably guess, because because as you can probably guess, being the son of Sabretooth, yes, he does in fact have a healing factor. I'm not going to say anything else, but yeah, scenes are going to be a bit gory because I have a character who can survive a lot. Now, um, this one is also still being written. As you can see, I've only yes, save changes. God, that's annoying. I only have one chapter published. I'm still working on the next one. Um, I have a lot working on it, and I really do like the character and like this. One other thing, all the art that I use for the covers or the chapter or for any of the chapters, none of this art is mine. I am not profiting off it or anything like that. I usually get it off Pinterest and just put it on here and you put it on there. I don't own the art. I do not use the art for anything other than this. I don't make any money from Wattpad or anything else like that. I just pick it because that's the best way I can think of for what my character would look like. I have little to no artist skills at the moment. Once I'm able to draw my own characters, I will be removing all of the art for the most part for all my books, and will be changing all the art for them, all the pictures of characters for the titles, for the title covers, and all of that. I will be changing that once I'm actually good enough to draw my characters and all of that. For now, this is the best. For now, this is what I use just to give a rough idea of what they look like. So yeah. So these are the 4 books that I've actually published, and that I actually have chapters published out for. However, I do have quite a few more in store, and you know what? I was originally not going to show all of them to you, but I feel like I might as well, just to give y'all a little bit of something to look forward to. As you can see, one of the first ones is a Percy Jackson story I've been working on. This one I've been working on for a while now. Um, this one's actually part of this particular one right here. This baby is part of a collaborative story that I'm doing with alongside 2 other writers here on Wattpad. Um, they are. Let me go to them again. Go to my profile. Um, let me find them. They are the they are the ace of they are the ace of spades. They are the ace of spades and ace of hearts. Technically, it's the same guy. Why? Yeah, it's the same guy, and it is Ian Star 205. Those are the 2 people I am working on for a collaborative series. So go check. So I'll also put the links for them on the accounts, or just I just want to freeze it and just go back to those and type that in. If you want to read their stories, please go check them out. They're good writers. And like I said, they're the ones who are working with me on a collaborative series. I won't tell you anything about it just yet because I want you guys to experience it once it comes out. But it's going to be a while. But this is my demigod story. This is my demigod story specifically for that series. I do have a more generalized one, which will be for my character's solo story. I won't tell you much about it. However, I will tell you just off the bat right now. Um, my demigod character, his name is he's an OC of mine, a male OC, not an insert. He's not self-insert. He is called. Actually, I think I put his name for it already. Here we go. This is my solo story for it. It's not going to be part of the other series. Tales from Camp Half Blood, the Son of War. Amongst the legendary heroes of Olympus, Percy Jackson ranks amongst the of all time, highest of all time, highest of time, generation, and in history. I think I might have actually screwed up on writing that. Highest of his time, generation, and in history. There we go. That just looks better. But he was not the only hero of the gods. Also a Camp Half Blood, standing side by side with other demigods like Annabeth Chase, Charles Beckendorf, Clarice LaRue, and most notable and most notably in this tale, Marcus Orion, son of Ares. This is his story. Marcus Orion, or as I prefer to call him most of the time, Mark Orion, not Orion like O apostrophe Ryan. No, this is Orion like Orion's belt. Um, Mark Orion is a son of Ares, and I wrote him to basically be to give another perspective on the world of Percy Jackson, to sort of see the world through his eyes. It's going to be written in a very similar vein to how the Percy Jackson series is written, the first books. So Percy Jackson, the Olympian, the series. So from the way the Lightning Thief and all the way to the Last Olympian are written from Percy's point of view. I'll be doing the same with this book, with it all being written from Mark's point of view. Um, so yeah, that's my little thing. Again, art's not mine. I'm just borrowing it at this point, basically. So that's my Percy Jackson story that I'll be writing for the solo series. As you can see, I have a couple others planned. This one here is a one that's near and dear to my heart and has been for a long, long while. I haven't even done the description for it yet. Tales from Project Freelancer, Agent Montana, the 40, Agent Montana, the 41st state. I think I might just cut off the 31st state. I'll just do that. No, actually, I'll keep it. Yeah, there you go. Now, this, as you can tell, is my Red versus Blue. For everyone who knows about Rooster Teeth, this is my Red versus Blue fan fiction because I love Red versus Blue. I had started planning this years ago, but I only around to doing anything about it, as you can see, on March 6th. This in March when I started that. This is also this one, Grex Kodrast, a Clone Wars tale, is in fact a prequel to the Grey Jedi. This goes over Grex's life during the Clone Wars. Again, best art I can find at the moment, not actually what he'll look like, nor is it my art. That's just a rough approximation of what he'll look like at this point in time. This is him during the Clone Wars. This is a prequel story for Grex and how things in his life led up to the point of the Great Jedi. It'll end at Order 60, and it's going to end a little bit past Order 66. So expect to see some stuff once you read the Great Jedi. Some stuff that'll eventually be mentioned in this book, or not mentioned, more foreshadowed in a Clone Wars tale. Lastly, on my last two. A Tale of Witches, The Bear of the North. This one's one of my other more original ideas. This is going to be for another character that I'm making. I actually haven't put anything for this book just yet. I still need to work out more stuff from characters to the overall plot. I just felt like doing a Witcher fan fiction because why the hell not? I love the Witcher games. I love Witcher 3 specifically. Hence, and I'm going to be making a Bear School Witcher, so that'll be great. I haven't read the Witcher books. I'm planning to. I just need to buy them. Actually, I just need to get them. The next one, this Demon Slayer, A Blazing Heart. This one right here is going to be as also a. I haven't decided if it's gonna. This one's originally meant to be a prequel to the series and sort of another addition to the collaborative series that Chart of Olympus is going to be a part of. However, it'll also be meant to be its own sort of set away story. This one is also but I haven't decided if I'm going to separate it between the two, like I do with the Percy Jackson book, or if it's going to be just one of this, or if it's going to be all combined. Probably all combined. Haven't decided. De- Demon Slayer: A Blazing Art. Yes, this is also a fan fiction. Pretty much all my stuff is fan fiction. Get over it. If you don't like it, too bad. Taisho era Japan, an unseen war wages every night across the land. Creatures known as demons hunger for the flesh of humans. Only the Demon Slayer Corps stands between them and the lives of the innocent. One of these proud warriors is a young man named Kentaro Shigata. Yes, this is technically supposed to be a Japanese name. I apologize if it's shit. And also, I know it's the way I have it written here is first name last name. When if it's going by proper Japanese, it'll be last name then first name. A promising young demon slayer who wishes to purge the world of demons and save as many lives as possible. He will endure many challenges and heartbreaks before ultimately confronting his most challenging task, ending the demon threat. How? Slay their progenitor, Muzan Kibutsuji. Once again, this is not meant to take away from the overall plot and story of Demon Slayer. My character will be a supporting character. He's not going to be the one taken away. Yes, it will still be through his eyes as well, but it's not going to be taken away from the main plot of Demon Slayer. I'm still going through all the show, so bear with me. It's going to take a while before I even get this done. As you can see, also have not published anything just yet. But yeah, so these are those stories that I'm currently working on. Um, Please read the published stories I have. Hop onto my Wattpad, read them if you would like to. Please go read my stories and give me your thoughts. Don't feel bad about leaving comments, so long as they're actually constructive and not just your shit, and not just comments like your crap, stop writing, but stuff like that. Just be constructive at least. Please go give these a read and go follow my friends Ace and Star. Their accounts, go check out their works. They have a lot more, especially Star. Dear God, he's got like 50 plus stories. He's been doing this over a decade. So please go show them some love. And yeah, that's it. That's it for today, folks. See you guys next time. Later.